Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. This video is for PeteB from BushcraftOz forum. He asked about sparkable stones, and he mentioned that he's got clear or white quartz on his farm. Not real sure what you mean by that, mate, and I'll show you what I've got. I don't know if you'll find this sort of stuff on your farm. This is quartz. I differentiate quartz from quartzite because quartz, as far as I'm concerned, is crystals, and I've got plenty of different types of quartz here. That's smoky quartz. It's a quartz crystal that's usually a typical black color, and or a smoky color. Rose quartz, as you can tell, it's a pink color. All these are all crystallized or crystals. That's a clear quartz point. This is naturally formed point, and it's clear. So obviously, this is white quartz, or what I call white quartz crystals. I've got bags of the stuff. You can buy it as decorative stones as well. I don't know if you're going to find any of this laying around on your property. I'm not sure. I don't know what you find. What I think you will find is quartzite, which is the mineral form of it. This is quartzite. All this stuff is quartzite. So quartz is good. It all sparks. You'll just find it chips. Any of the crystals will chip out fairly quickly. All this stuff sparks pretty easily on sharp edges. Again, it chips really easily. Even this stuff, quartz crystals, I can get it to spark, not a problem. This stuff probably is a little bit harder for beginners. I wouldn't suggest trying it for beginners, only because it chips easy. It is harder because it doesn't get the sharp edges that flint does. Like I suggested on the forum, I'd try and get yourself a bit of flint, because flint's the easiest to use. If you're getting quartzite, like rocks like this, that's what it looks like on the outside. This is all right. You can start off with this and you'll find it probably work really well for you, because you can just break it up and spoil it, and which spoiling just means hitting it with a hammer, and it'll break up. No dramas. It'll just fracture. It fractures like flint, and you just whack it with a hammer. Make sure you've got eye protection on, because shards break off it. It's really hard stone butt, so you're going to have to flog the hell out of it. But yeah, it'll break up, no worries, and it'll form these sharp edges naturally. I've got kilos and kilos of the stuff around here. But quartzite's really good. This is what I use for most of my practice. I basically, that's my bread and butter stone, quartzite. This stuff I found locally as well, this white quartzite. It's really good too, quite robust. It doesn't form the sharp edges as much as my other quartzite, but it's still good. Not a bad stone at all. But yeah, I hope that helps a little bit with your identification of your stones. The best thing I suggest is just carrying a steel around with you, a broken off file, old file. Grind the teeth off it, don't get it hot, just old file, and walk around with it and spark. Just test your stones. Go on a sharp edge. If you don't find any sharp edges, get a big rock, break it up, throw a rock onto it, find a sharp edge, and just try them. That's my suggestion, because see, that's not a very sharp edge, but you'll find you'll be able to get sparks off quartzite really easy. But Yeah, I don't know if you'll find this sort of stuff. This my missus got this as decorative stones, and I thieved a heap of it out because she wasn't really using it. Yeah, it's just quartz crystals, as far as I know. And I bought this as display rocks because I really like rocks. Yeah, I've got a bit of a weakness for rocks, as you can see. But yeah, I don't know if you'll have these sort of things sitting. You won't have points. I doubt you'll have points. But smoky quartz or rose quartz, you might have that sitting in your yard, in your farm. I don't know. Quartzite. It's one of the most abundant. Quartzite is one of the most abundant minerals on the planet. So I think that's what you'll probably have. And if you've got quartzite, you won't really need to buy flint. It's good stone. It's solid, reliable stone. It's not as good as flint. Flint. This is flint. Australian flint. It's called flint and steel for a reason. The Poms have got heaps of it. They find it in their backyards most of the time. And flint tends to be a little bit more robust on the edge, and it fractures so well, and it's not a lot better, but I found it is a little bit better than the quartzite I get. The only, I would suggest, the only one, I won't even go on about it, that Dan from Bahol, and you probably don't know who I'm talking about, but anyway, he gets some really good quartzite that I would put up against flint. But anyway, yeah, I'm off on a tangent. But yeah, Aussie flint, you can buy it from Rocky Instincts. This is the black Aussie flint. There is grey flint you get from Rocky Instincts as well. It's really good. I do suggest, if you're getting into flint and steel, definitely buy some flint. As I said, it's called flint and steel for a reason. You get used to, just for something to compare with. Flint's really good. I miss working with flint, and that's why I've got 20 or 30 kilos of the flint as well. But I've got so much quartzite, that's my bread and butter working stones. But I do like branching out into the other stuff as well, because I just love stones. The other one to look for in Australia is petrified wood. If you can get onto petrified wood, it sparks as good as flint does. I really don't like sparking on these stones because they're so pretty, but they're as hard as flint. So if you can get onto petrified wood, you've got some of that on your property as well, go for it. Most petrified wood will work as well. It's good. I've only found some that doesn't. It depends on what tree it's made out of and the process it goes through turning it into stone. Sometimes the stone tends to be a bit soft and it tends to not spark well. But I only found one lot of petrified wood that wouldn't spark, but the rest of it sparks really well. And I've got some muckadilla petrified wood is the best I've ever had. So I'd put it up against any flint that I've got. But I hope that helps. That's some of the quartz that you might find, but I think you're going to find quartzite, which is the rock. And if you've got quartzite on your property, definitely find a big rock of it, break it up and go with it. Because it's good stone. It's solid stone. It'll work for you. Yeah, just get a sledgehammer. Just put some glasses on. Protect yourself. Make sure you around your hands and that too, because I've had shards fly off and cut me and all that, because it's really hard stone. You'll see your hammer will bounce off it like really badly. So go to the edges and you'll get conchoidal fractures will come off on the side and they'll spall off and try and drive them into the ground so that they just break down into the ground. That's probably your best bet. Anyway, I hope this helps you, mate. You're really lucky if you've got it on your property. You don't have to buy it. That's the best outcome for this stuff, because it is expensive to buy. Even not expensive, but the best stone is always the free stuff. That's what I found. I found that is. Anyway, this is going to go on for too long, and I don't like making too long of videos. Anyway, thanks for watching.